Hello everyone, so in today's video I will show you how we can install the Citrix WEM component, so Workspace Environment Management, and we are going for the latest and greatest, the 2507. You can download it. It doesn't have an LTSR, even if it's found under LTSR. It just you can just find it when they are releasing a new version. So you will not find it everywhere. Nevertheless, in this release, in the 2506 7, it's there, so you can just download it. I already have downloaded, and yeah, we will install it on Windows Server 2022 on this one, and my SQL Server is also the operating system is Windows Server 2022, and also the SQL version is SQL 2022. Okay, and yeah, I already downloaded it, and after you unzip it, it looks like this. So in this video, we will install the management infrastructure service. So this is basically the WEM server. So this is the only thing that we will install, and of course we will create the databases, and we will create the databases via the GUI, the wizard. And I will do another video on how to create it via PowerShell. Okay, so let's start. Run as administrator. Yes, we agree. Install. It installs some dependencies. Nevertheless, this process is pretty fast from what I know. Next, we leave everything to its default and install. Okay, we can also launch the database management utility, but we will not want to do that because I need to open that with a different account. I need to open that with an account that is a system admin on the SQL server. Only this way I can create the databases. So let's check before we do anything. So we don't have any WEM databases, and yeah, we don't have any WEM user that will be created during this process. Okay, so let's get back to our WEM server, and now we need to launch the WEM database management utility, and I will open this as a different user, and here I will use my SQL admin password. Okay. And it should start. Why didn't it start? Database management utility, yes. It's different user. Let's see. I just want to check something out. isn't available. No way. It is. Okay, let me see. Is my my domain controller is down. Interesting. Let me see. Why is it off? Okay, let's start it. Let's see. Did I turn it off by mistake? I don't remember. So 101. Let me see if I can see something in the logs. I did play around a little bit a couple of minutes ago, but I did not shut it down. At least not from here, from the Proxmox. Okay, nevertheless, let's wait for it to start. Where was I? Sign out, because if the DC was not available, let me see, my evaluation is still ongoing. Yeah, I will need to check in the logs later. Maybe I turned it off by mistake. Okay, yeah, let's just leave it like this. Let me reconnect to the WEM. And let's try again. Same steps. Database run as different user. SQL. Password. Okay. So we have two options: create and upgrade. In our case, is create next. Here it wants to know the SQL server name. So a very important thing, I tried it with the FQDN, it doesn't work. So it only likes it like this. And if you have a custom SQL port, then you can mention it here. But you don't have to, because by default it will take 1433. So I will not mention it. I will just leave it like this, SQL. A database name, let's call it WEM. And here it will show you where it will create your databases. So in case you want to create them in another place, you can change that in this screen. Well, but we will leave everything to its default. Now it's in this screen. If I wouldn't have opened the database creation wizard with the SQL system admin, you would need to check this one out and type here the username and password of the SQL admin, and then go next. But in our case, we don't need to do that, because it will take the credentials. Now we need an admin group. I have an admin group that contains a few users, and here infrastructure service account. Okay, we will use a service account. CV, no, Citrix. Okay, service database connection. Okay, so this user will be used to connect with the database, and I recommend you to use a service account. And here in this screen, if you want, you can check create a custom password for the WEM user, because this will be also created on the SQL. Before we go forward, I just want to show you something on the SQL server I forgot to show you. So for this to work on the SQL server, you need to have SQL Server and Windows Authentication Mode enabled. So if you are only with Windows Authentication Mode, it will not work. The database creation will fail. So this is an important thing for you to know before you start. Okay, let's go back. So we completed here those steps. We just go next, and here is just a summary. What will happen? Here is our service account, and here is our database connection. The username that will be used to create the databases. One more important thing is that this account needs to be also an admin on the server. So because this account will be used to create and start two services. And let me just check if that is also figured on my server. Groups, administrators, okay, and that service account should be in this group. It's good that we let the AD open, SA. Now this group should contain my service account. And there it is. So it's very important also to know this, because the process will fail and your service will not be created because it's lacking permissions. Cancel, close, yeah, don't want to save, and let's see, will it work or not? Create database. Does take a little bit of time. Okay, database created successfully. Okay, and you can click finish. You can also view the log. Yeah, you can sometimes just copy this log to see how it looks when it's successful. And in case you have some issues, you can compare it with the log that is generated when something fails. Okay, we just click finish and we close this one. Are you sure that we want to exit? Yes. Now, normally we should see the services already created. Citrix WEM. Okay, I only have one because I did not configure finish the configuration, but it's there, it's created. Okay, so we have the database created. Let's check out databases. Okay, we have the database, and we should also see two new accounts around here. So the WEM user and our service account. Okay, so this looks good. We don't have to check anything on the database because it was created via the GUI. Okay, let's go back. Now let's initialize, or not let's initialize, let's connect to this database, because as it is now, we just created a database, but the server, the WEM server doesn't know that there is a database, and we will just tell it which one to connect, and we will use this one, WEM Infrastructure Server Configuration, and run as administrator. Yeah. Okay, so in the first screen it wants the SQL server name, and again I will not type fpdn. It wants the database name WEM. It also wants the database if you have a failover configuration, but in my case I only have one SQL server, so I don't have that. Network settings, I will leave everything to default. Here we will mention once again our service account Citrix SPC. Okay, and it wants also its password. And again, we can change the password of the WEM user. Yeah, let's do it one more time. And everything else I will leave to its default. Database maintenance, I will enable this one. And here on the licensing part, again, it needs a licensing server name, 01. In my case, I do not have a license. Everything in my home lab is in trial period, so I would probably install this every 30 days. Nevertheless, yeah, for testing, it's more than enough. Yeah, and the last thing, you need to save the configuration and click yes. And here you need to accept. It asks you for some license approval. I don't know, I never read it. I just went to accept. Okay, and we are basically done. We can close this. Yes. And let's check out one more time the services. Citrix. Okay, now we have the Citrix service, and we can see that it was changed. It's no longer local system, it's our service account, and this is why I told you that we need we absolutely need that this service account is also an admin on our WEM server. Okay, so this was it for now. I will create more videos on how to install also the web console, because I will only use the web console. We will not install the legacy management console because I don't like it. So the web console looks much better. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you liked this type of videos.